kitchen table. I'm Larry Marble. It's time to come on through that screen door here at Down on the Farm Radio headquarters, walk down the hall, sit with us at that same kitchen table, and have a big old heaping helping of ag lunch. Old Hop Sing's going to serve us chicken fried steak and jalapeno gravy, Nanny's yeast rolls, and a cold cucumber salad. I'll pour the iced tea, and he'll plate it up for us here in just a little bit. But right now, we need to take a look at ag weather, courtesy of the National Weather Service office that serves this region. Partly cloudy and cool today. 69 in Carrizo Springs, 60 in Georgetown, 68 in Cuero, and a 66 in Rock Springs. On Saturday, prior to a frontal passage, we'll have temperatures from 46 to 50 as lows, highs from 72 to 79. Sunday, our lows will be a little bit warmer. We'll call it 57 to 62, and our highs 72 to 78. Neighbor, there's your ag weather for this portion of Down on the Farm Country. I'm on the line with Stephen. He's in the outside sales department at D&D. Stephen, when I look out there, I see lots of deer blinds and feeders. Talk to us about them.
Larry, now is the time to get a blind or a feeder from us here. We carry All Seasons, Lamco, The Judge. We also carry Atascosa and T-Box deer blinds.
Tell everybody how to contact you at D&D.
You can reach us here at 830-379-7340, extension 260.
Neighbor, it's time to take a look at those commodities of ag interest. March corn, $5.79 and a quarter, up a quarter. Jan beans, $12.66 and a half, up 1 and a quarter. March Kansas City hard red winter wheat up 9, $8.39 and 1/2. March number 2 cotton up 101, 116.15. February live cattle up a dime, 137.35. January feeder cattle down 7.5, 161.30. February lean hogs down 60, 82.72. January West Texas intermediate crude down 237, 76.04. Neighbor, it's time for yet another vignette from Texas Farm Bureau Roundup. Tom Nicoletti describes the topic and then tells us who's reporting. Tom?
When it comes to water availability along the Texas-Mexico border for agriculture and municipalities, farmers, ranchers, and residents in the Rio Grande Valley have concerns about future water usage. Jim Hearn reports from South Texas.
Valley weather is staying about par with averages, upper 80s during the day, while upper 60s overnight. The absence of rain has many still worried, though, about the water future for 2022. Falcon Reservoir has been hovering about 20% full for the past 6 months or so, and that's down over 10% from a year ago. Amistad Reservoir, although half full, is down about 15% from a year ago, and that's about 110,000 acre-feet of water. Well, growers are busy bedding up land for next spring's row crops, while others are finishing the onion planting and continuing the harvest of cabbage, carrots, greens, and bell pepper. The sugarcane harvest is also enjoying the open weather. Combines have been running across the area, and the mill is grinding cane, both plant cane and also sugarcane. Well, ranchers are also enjoying the open weather. A lot of hay has been harvested. Stock tanks are in excellent condition, as most of the condition for the cattle. Now, cotton, well, that's still being ginned as well. The amount of cotton on the gin yards is shrinking some, but there's still plenty left to go. The citrus crop, well, the small crop, some early oranges have already been harvested. With the Valentine's Day freeze, though, all fruit is going to be selling for a premium. It is going to be, though, a very, very short season. For Farm Bureau Roundup, this is Jim Hearn in the Rio Grande Valley.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has protected fellow Texans with auto, home, health, and life insurance since 1952. With more than 260,000 square miles of land and 27 million people, that's a lot to cover. Whether you're wrangling cattle or wrangling kids, we're proud to protect Texans and all Texan ways of life.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to get insurance for Texans by Texans. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
Neighbor, I do believe it's time for that chicken fried steak Hop Sing's about to plate up. Chicken fried steak, jalapeno gravy, Nanny's yeast rolls, cold cucumber salad, and a glass of iced tea. And a visit with Jody Fry from Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. They're selling them every Thursday, but they will not this next Thursday, nor Sheep and Goats Tuesday, but Jody will tell us about that in a minute. Right now, Jody, tell us how many noses you counted cattle-wise.
1735, I believe, was the total there.
Good. Let's walk those pins.
You bet. Compared to last week's sale, those better quality calves and yearlings are holding steady. Lesser quality calves today, and some of those heavyweight bull calves and bull yearlings selling fully $2 to $4 lower. Heavyweight slaughter cows selling about steady. Some of those thinner fleshed and lightweight slaughter cows calling those weak to $2 lower. Not enough bred cows or pairs on offer today for a good market test. On your steers, your better quality steers weighing 400 to 600 pounds, 125 all the way up to a high of 185, mostly 135 to 160. 600 to 800 pound steers, 115 to a high of 160, mostly 125 to 145. Better quality heifer calves, 400 to 600 pounds, from 115 to a high of near 155, mostly 120 to 145. 6 to 8 weight heifers from $1 to $1.35, mostly 115 to 125. Slaughter cows average to high yielding from 50 to 60. Did have some of the very highest yielding slaughter cows from 62 to a high of 66. Thinner or lower yielding type cows, still some of those from 30 to 46. Slaughter bulls average to high yielding from 70 to 82. The highest yielding slaughter bulls today from 85 to a high of 93. And like I'd mentioned, not enough bred cows or pairs to really test the market.
No sales next week.
No sales all next week. I think it's a given. Anybody would be looking for there not to be a cattle sale, but got to get the word out. No sheep sale on Tuesday because, we get a lot of early arrivals, and we've done about as much advertising as we can, but we'll be closed all next week, and then we'll go again the next.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Jody Fry.
You bet. There'll still be somebody there at the office at 325-653-3371, or my mobile phone would be 234-7895.
McCoys.com. McCoy's Building Supply. Still family owned. Strong, growing, and relevant for our ag community. Farm and ranch panels and gates. Field fencing. Welded wire panels. Barbed wire and electric fencing. Shop online and find products and the store near you at McCoys.com. Neighbor, when you hear Big River, it's time to head south. I know there's a river or two, but I can't remember them all, so let's just cross this first one and end up in Lockhart, there at Lockhart Livestock. Madison Bexley, how are you?
Good morning, Larry.
How was the sale in Lockhart?
We had a pretty good day. We ended up with 1736 with 204 cows and 31 bulls, 206 sellers, and 97 buyers.
Let's walk the pins.
On the stocker cows, we got along good on the bred cows, but we didn't have much to choose from in the way of pairs. A few of the decent pairs from 1,000 to 1,150, mediocre and middle age from 8 to 975. The longhorn and the plainer end of the pairs from 375 to 775. The good bred cows from 850 to 1275. The mediocre middle aged and short breds from 550 to 8 1/4. The longhorn and the plainer cows from 275 to 5 1/4. Packer cows would have been 2 to 5 lower this week, and Packer bulls mostly steady to maybe a couple dollars lower. The good high yielding cows from 51 to 64. The medium yielding from 40 to 50. The low yielding and lightweight cows from 17 to 39. The good high yielding Packer bulls from 85 to 91.5. The medium yielding from 78 to 84. The low yielding and lightweight bulls from 55 to 77. And on the calves and yearlings, they would have sold fully steady with the week ago on a good active market. We had a lot of good quality worked ranch calves yesterday, and that always makes our job easier. And there's a lot of price difference between the sure enough front end and the 1.5 crosses, and it sure seems that the spread gets bigger all the time. So it certainly pays to have good quality cattle. But all in all, it was a great day.
Now, no sales this next week?
No, sir. We'll be off. We will be back on December the 2nd.
Tell everybody how to contact you.
You can always check us out on Facebook, or you can call the barn at 512-398-3476. My cell phone at 979-540-9793. Or you can ring Bubba at 512-461-6091.
McCoys.com. Make McCoys your choice for livestock pens and rodeo equipment like the 40-foot utility round pen or a manual rope and chute. Shop online and find the store near you at McCoys.com. Neighbor, in cotton news, we see that China's participation in yesterday's weekly export sales was noticeably reduced. Nonetheless, we note that cumulative sales for the 2021-22 season have reached 8.77 million bales. Although the amount was below last year's 9.23 million, it was very close to the 5-year average of 8.778 sold. Percentage-wise, current sales have reached 60% of the USDA's forecast for the marketing year versus a 5-year average of 61%. Now this afternoon, the CFTC is going to update its positions on managed money funds via the Commitment of Traders report. Last week's data showed the funds were net long about 79,000 contracts. Now this next week, the market's going to see fresh harvest numbers on Monday, December cotton delivery period on Tuesday. Thursday will be the observance of Thanksgiving, and then an abbreviated trading day on Friday. For today, close-in support for March cotton, 115 and 113.50, while resistance is at 117.50 and 118.50. Estimated volume this morning, about 8,305 contracts, according to DTN. Neighbor auctioneer Troy is ready to sell this calf. While he does that, let's head over to Lexington, talk to Russell Heller about the sale he'll have tomorrow. Russell, what you got coming?
Yes, sir. I know of 3 or 4 sets of calves, anywhere from 20 to probably 40 head apiece so far, but most of them black and yellows.
Good deal. What time will you start?
Yeah, we're going to start at 12 noon on Saturday.
All right. Now, we will not have a sale next Saturday?
Yes, sir. After Thanksgiving, there's no sale.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you in Lexington.
Yes, sir. You can get me on my cell, and that number is 979-820-7002.
Russell, we appreciate you, and we'll try to touch base with you during the week just for grins, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you, Larry.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus, 800-288-4453. Milo through Corpus in November, D's plus 85, 1175. Number 2 are better yellow corn through Corpus in November, D's plus 95, 668. Hard red winter wheat through Houston in November, D's plus 70, 897 and a quarter. And number 1 beans through Houston in November, January even money, 1265 and a quarter. We moved 10,231 bale of East Texas Oklahoma cotton, 2,561 bale of West Texas. Prices range from $110.39 to $113.89. Across the 12,792 total bales, we had an average price of $112.14. December cotton closed down $211 at $117.59. Neighbor, there's your grains and cotton.